So yeah, I doubt it if he's even there. He has walked away. All right. So yeah, I've started the recording. Apology about that. I didn't. Yes, like I said, I'll just quickly go over it again. If you have time and you are still here, if you're not here, we'll try and post the recording maybe through the WhatsApp channel link so that you can listen to it again. So, like we said, for the project, right, we have limited access to environment, and only 2 people have already indicated in the chat that they have access to an Azure trial. So those 2 people will be in 2 separate groups. If we have already put you in the same group, I'm going to change that shortly, and then you're going to be in 2 separate groups so that you can use your Azure environment to support your team's project. Right, that's the first thing. The second thing is the fact that we have, based on the attendance form, we have only created 3 groups. 3 groups. One group contains 6 people, other group contains 5 people. So that's a total of 16 people right now. So if you know that this is your primary track, we'll check the responses that we got for the poll. If it is your primary track and we realize we haven't assigned you to any group, we are going to do so, and you will receive your email today unfailingly. Also, in terms of the email, you are receiving 2 emails, right? One is for this environment. Your account has been created in this environment to allow you have environment to collaborate together and plan the project together and complete it and submit also all your documentation. Now, I said we have three teams that have been created here already. Team A, team group A, project TSS project group A, TSS project group B, and TSS project group C, right? As you log in, you will see only your own project group. You won't see everything. Just your own project group is what you are going to see. Now, when you log in the general channel, there's no information there, but so from there, you can call out, you can do a shout out to your other team member. Oh, that's true. Something is missing. I've not dropped the team member list. I will drop the team member list also in each of the projects, in each of the project team, so that you can know who are your team member and then how you contact them. I'll drop their email addresses so that you can contact them. For privacy's sake, and please make sure you treat people's data, treat it with discretion, right? Just like you have yours to be treated. That's why we can't make it just public to just everybody. And we are creating a controlled environment that only allow you to see and communicate or collaborate with just the group you are a member of. Now, in the announcement channel, this is where you can post announcement, and if we need to announce something to you with regard to the project, we will also come to this location and post. Myself, Tosin, and Jennifer are also member of this channel. And how also, just in case we have not posted the other team members, how do you find out? How do you know who are your team members? If you come to your project group, project team, right? You go to, you can go to the 3 ellipses that says more, and then you will see manage team. If you didn't see manage team, you might see it, you might not see it, but you might see maybe team members. So just click on it. When you click on it, you will see the team member tab up. Click on the team member tab, and you will see all the people who are member of your team, right? So here we have all the members of the team, including the mentors, so that when you drop information, we'll try to respond to you. But if you are dropping a question or you need an assistant and you're not getting response, please reach out to us on the WhatsApp group, and we'll try as much as possible to respond to you. You can also, to facilitate communication and further facilitate collaboration among you, somebody can create a WhatsApp group for those of you in the project in the same group, right? And if you like, you can add us so that we can have a view, and also except you want us to create it for you, we can create it for you, but you will have to supply DM me directly your phone number, so we can create it and add you to it, and you can use that to do I know WhatsApp is quicker than Teams, right? Do quick, okay, we are meeting today, we are meeting tonight, or you create invite and you drop the meeting invite there, and everybody have quick access to the link to join the meeting. That's that. Then also your planning, make sure you have it, you can record them so that each person can also always revisit it, or it can help you in your communication. So now we just open the project for group A, for instance, project group A. Yeah, the one we are using for this demo. Yeah, so these are things we okay. Right. Oh, sugar. What's going on? Okay. So this is about your project. You are to implement and automate infrastructure deployment for a software company, right? A software company who want to, okay? The software company want to improve efficiency by automating the deployment of its Azure infrastructure for various projects, right? So you are to have a meeting. That's all of you in the group. Have a meeting. First, you need key people that will manage you need key people to ensure that your project is smooth. You make decision while you need a project manager, right? The project manager is responsible, might not be actively where because you are all learning, you should still be actively involved in the configuration, but it will handle things like meetings, creating meeting invites or scheduling meetings, it will take notes for important information, taking notes, right? Note taking, and then you guys will agree on task assignments. Who is doing what, right? Who is doing what? And then it will be everybody should work on things together, right? But this person will be the project manager, might also be your mouthpiece, right? When it comes to maybe presentation. But if the person is not able to or is not comfortable enough to do the demo, you can do the presentation on the presentation day, for instance. You are going to do to judge. But before then, you are also to meet with the mentors so that we can also know how you're doing, where you're having issue that you have need of clarification or support or assistance, you let us know. So the project manager will help with organizing the documents. And when we talk about documents, we are talking about project planning. So you plan your project planning is one of it. Will be responsible to organize that. Project planning, we have project documentation. Now, everybody, the people doing the implementation of the task we all collaborate to work on the project document. Project document like maybe the scope of work. You need to define the scope of work, analyze the customer requirements, then define scope of work, right? Based on, but in your scope of work or whatever solution you are going to be using, you have to, you should ensure you make use of the various technologies that we have talked about. The truth is, for you to resolve a particular, to provide a particular solution, you might not need to use all the technology that we have stated, but we need you to still focus on some of this technology. You can use anything outside of what you have listed, like identity, virtual machine, storage. We have storage, we have security, networking, and monitoring, right? So you are supposed to actually try as much as possible to cover those areas. If the solution you are doing does not have anything to do with networking, you might not need to do anything around that. You might skip that, but you might also have maybe something that is required that is not mentioned here. So we are looking for your creativity, right? We are looking for your creativity. We are looking for your collaboration spirit of teamwork, right? We are looking for that. So you need to gather information when it comes as regards to the project. So this is a requirement, the customer, this is a pain for the customer. And you need to assume that you are working with a real organization. So you need to do research. If a customer of this type, what are the likely challenges that they usually have, and how can you resolve those challenges, and then you make it revolve, or this is the challenge they have, how can you resolve it? Use AI, ChatGPT, but make sure you understand what is given to you. Don't give us AI responses. We need you to be able to think, reason, right? Reason with each other, and then try to understand the market segment and how the solution can better benefit them, right? That is what we are looking at. And in this particular area, we'll be testing your knowledge on identity management. We'll be testing your knowledge on infrastructure, the infrastructure as a code deployment. We'll be testing your knowledge on storage automation, security compliance, and the rest. Then you should come up with a design. So that means there have to be an architectural design of the solution. If you have planned that you are putting, you will be doing 2 virtual machines, you'll be configuring network, put it in a drawing. That drawing or the diagram usually depict and give more clarity to a to the solution that you're talking about. Then there's documentation. That's where a lot of documentation project manager is going to be very, very helpful. So you need project manager, you will need project architects or project architects, right? Project architect. Architect is the person that might have more knowledge around the technologies that you're using and around the solution. And the person will be able to guide to say, oh, let's do it this way. If we go this way, what do we think? If we go this approach, this is what might be, this one. You will do more research around architecting the solution and help the team to ensure that you are doing the right thing. That's following best practices, right? And then you will need also another role, which is project implementation engineer, right? Implementation engineers, right? So you might have a lot here, and while you are having, you might have more than one engineer here, is the fact that you have different tasks that need to be completed. So somebody might focus on identity, somebody might focus on the bicep or the ARM template. So if you are using, for instance, if you are using ARM, you need to tell us why you are choosing ARM over bicep in your presentation, your defense. Or if you are using bicep, you need to tell us why you are picking bicep over ARM, right? You will be able to tell us why you are using a particular solution. Maybe it's limitation of environment or resources or cost. You'll be able to tell us, and you'll be able to tell us based on what you have done. Maybe you work based on the costs of the budget of the customer, and you have to tell us, oh, in the future, what are the improvements that you can put in place? Some of those questions is going to be asked to you by the judges, and you need to be able to defend the technologies that you have used and why you could not use something that might be better, or what's your plan in project improvement. That's roadmap now for improving the solution you have put in place, right? So that these are a few people, key people that you might need within the project plan. So when you have your meeting, your first meeting, ensure that you actually cover these areas. Then you have the soft skill that we're looking forward to. Communication, your communication skill is going to be tested. Presentation skill is going to be tested for those that will be presenting. If you are not good at presentation, if you are good at demo, yes, make sure you identify the strengths for each person and then apply your strengths based on the task that is available to be completed. We'll be looking at your critical thinking, your creativity and innovation, that as we are bringing it up on this project, we'll be looking at that. Your project management approach or understanding of project management is going to be tested. Time management, yes, we have limited time. 3 weeks, within 3 weeks, we should have completed the project and submitted all the necessary. So all of those are going to be tested, and you are going to be scored based on most of this. I think our scoring criteria, let me quickly see if I have it. Yeah. Scoring criteria is going to be, let's see. Yes, so for scoring criteria, we have, we might be using this and it might change, right? It might change, it might be this and it might change, okay? Okay, so completion of assigned tasks, we might be allocating, based on this, team collaboration and team coordination, quality of your documentation and your final presentation and explanation, that's your defense. Quality of your documentation have to do with your project plan that put all of this we put in, that we put in, what's going on? Okay, I don't know what is, something else is, something is playing some trick here. I don't know what I pressed. Okay, so project documentation in terms of your project plan, if you can develop a project scope or scoping project, then your design architecture, that's your drawing. You have a lot of drawing tools out there that you can use. There's draw.io that you can use to put things together. I think there are other ones there that I cannot think of on my head yet, right? Your collaboration in terms of how are you able to collaborate with the rest of the team, your contribution, and and all of that. So all of those are going to be tested. So make sure you pay special attention, to those areas, right? So your problem solving skill, we are going to ask you, and we'll expect you to be able to give us, responses. And then before we come to question, in case you have any question, now the second account that is already going out to some people, some of you will have received it and some will have not. We have this, we are going to share a second account with you. Now, this is an account, for instance, this is Extreme Lab. It's a lab environment where you can try out your hands based on what you have been taught. Now, if you notice, each of these labs have time allotted to them. Each one have time allotted to them. So, for instance, this is managing subscription and role-based access control. So, if your project involve role-based access control, you can use this lab to achieve that. So the limitation that we have is the fact that you cannot, so the other thing is, the beautiful thing about this environment is this. Even though each lab is timed, some labs are dependent on some other ones. So which means if your project involve creating a virtual machine, your project involve protecting virtual machine, your project involve creating RBAC to manage the virtual machine. So it means those labs are dependent on each other. You have to finish each of the lab to be able to now achieve your overall project, right? But some might be standing alone, while most of them, you have to finish one before you can continue on the other. The other lab might be leveraging on the previous task that has been completed within the lab. So it's still, in a way, we can still use it to achieve what we want to achieve to certain level. So now we are going to share this account with you. This one environment. Another environment is this, right? I'm just going to end this lab. End the lab and complete the lab. Don't know why this one is showing like this. I want to believe, okay, we can relaunch the lab. Okay, so this is another environment, and this one is called Go Deploy. The first one is called Extreme Lab. The second one is Go Deploy. Right. Now on Go Deploy, what you will do also, will put that step also in the email. What you will do also is to search, for instance, AZ104T00. This is it. And you will click it. Once you launch it also, just like the other environment, some lab activities are riding on the previous lab completion. So they are nicely here. They are nicely label or title, so you can easily identify them. So when you get into this environment, you can use it to do your lab to certain level, or even the entirety of the lab, right? So now the issue we have with this environment is the fact that the accounts we have is limited, right? The accounts are limited, right? We don't have 20 or 30 accounts that can go around for everyone to have it one by one. So in that case, you are sharing an account with another person. But please note again, these accounts are not for just ordinary people. The accounts were collected from Microsoft certified trainers. So even this recording, I can't put it online because if Microsoft see it, it's going to be a problem, right? We are not supposed to give you our accounts as a trainer. We are not supposed to give a student access to that account. It is only meant for the trainer training and learning purposes. But Textiler is so big that we have to go through this approach. So make sure it is not abused. Please, I'm begging you. Make sure it is not abused. You are not to share it with anybody apart from you that it has been shared with. Now, because you are sharing the account, one thing that is going to be a problem is this. We have launched this course, for instance. If two of you are sharing the accounts, the two of you cannot launch different courses at the same time. You have to launch the same course. So if you are still using it to learn before your project completion, right, you have to agree among yourself. You use today, me I use tomorrow, or you use today in the morning, me I use today in the evening. That is the way to do it. So that if the two of us, we need to complete the lab on the topic that was taught in the class today, for instance, okay, then I will come launch it and complete it. So I can free it up for the next person to also come later and come and launch it and complete that same lab as well. Now, when it is now time for the project implementation, after you guys have agreed how you are going about it and the rest, you can have a call where everybody is on the call and you log in to the account. One person log in, share screen, and everybody, maybe one person or each person log in, but you complete each lab that is fulfilling a particular aspect of the project. together, so that way everybody can learn and be on the same page of what you did in the lab to fulfill the aspect of the project. That's the limitation around this environment. The two persons cannot launch two different labs at the same time. Okay, so that's that. The same thing apply in the second environment. So that's why we are saying it's limited, but we are still going outside of our way of to see provide the environment to you. So please do not block the road for the future people or for MCT to borrow us or lend us their account in the future. Pay a very close attention to that. Abuse will not be accommodated or tolerated. Thank you very much. So do we have questions based on this that we have talked about? Do we have any question? If you have questions regarding this, please go ahead and ask your question. Okay. Right. So, like I said, just be patient. If you have not gotten your accounts or access, we will share with you today.